Pivawuna, Niakit Janet, Halito, Sio, Gwena, Ansti Huntirish, Kikadus, Madawaka, Kunamante, Stongo, Oshkiniacha, Heinepi, Yate. Did I forget any? I think that's it, bro. I was on a roll.
That's good. That's good. You know all that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, would you like to introduce yourself, sir?
I'm Dave Little Bear from El Reno, Oklahoma.
David Little Buns.
Yeah.
We call him Buns. It's my little brother. Oh wait, he's my nephew now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you even gonna mention her? Yeah, this guy. Buh. Yeah, this guy. By which one?
Oh my.
Yeah. Just fuel on the fire, huh? Well, I'm glad you could come through today, brother. We had a good sweat last night. What is your thoughts, about making the culture part of your sobriety?
My thoughts. I need it. It's kind of where I was raised. My grandpa used to take me around when I was young. Sometimes when I didn't even want to,
Always, yeah.
And
He's pushy too.
yeah,
Get up, boy.
yeah. So, and then I was in love with it, from the beginning.
Yeah.
The drum always had my attention, and I was always around the drum or around the circle. And so I grew up dancing. When I was a teenager, I got away from it, and then that's when I started. Around those years I was smoking, and then I got into drinking eventually, and then I wanted to find my way back, so I started using the ceremonies, and it was just off and on. But whenever I'm involved with the ceremonies and involved with the gore dances and stuff, I'm in a better place,
Always.
So I know I need that stuff, and you get good life lessons, you're around good people that actually care about you.
Yeah.
So in my recovery, that's what I use. I still go to AA,
Oh yeah, of course.
I enjoy AA and the people in those rooms, so. But culture is a big part of my recovery.
Culture is the solution.
It is.
Definitely. It's like we can't stress that enough. And I think about it today, and same way. Just being from Thomas. Like all my cousins. Everybody like I'm around. Like that's what they're taking part in. So like I was exposed to it. But it just something. Like just it's not mainstream. It's not cool enough.
Right.
Like I'm trying to live in two different worlds, and I don't know how to walk this life. I'm trying to portray myself as this guy, but my prayer life is like what keeps me going. Like my prayer life is what keeps this guy going over here. And it's like I can never find that connection to bring them together until I got sober. And I had to let that guy, that cool guy, I had to let that street guy,
Yeah.
I had to let him go.
Well, if you want to be the street guy, you're not going to be this guy.
Yeah, for sure.
When you're over here, you're humble and you're helping people, but when you're over here, you're selfish and you think about
the world revolves around you.
All you can get, however you can get it.
What can I get? Yeah. Who can I get?
Yeah. So you have to choose one path.
Yeah. I understand that today, and it's almost as if and I always say this, like I had to go see what all the bad was about first. Because I'm so hard headed. I have to go see what all the bad choices, the bad decisions, like the wrong move, like that was me. I spent most of my life there, and I think a lot of people had just expected that from me. Like just expected me to always, I had trouble doing the right thing when nobody was looking. Whereas today, I get the opportunity. I get the opportunity to to see where I was falling short, not for anything or anybody else, but for myself. Like I was falling short for myself. I couldn't commit to anything. I couldn't I didn't think I deserved a lot of good things. Because of all the things that I did in my life. I didn't it sometimes, like I would go sit in a teepee and I would just feel guilty. Just feel shameful, like only if these guys knew, like
Yeah.
who I am outside of this place.
Yeah. You just have to learn how to let that stuff go.
Yeah, forgiveness.
Yeah,
Forgiveness
forgiveness.
became a big part. And and I look at, being able to go to Sweat, being able to take part in our culture, like I understand like that's my medicine today. Like you were saying, you're just around such good people. You're involved with you watch these men who never had the same problem as me. They never had problems with drugs and alcohol.
So,
I mean to a degree,
yeah.
but like their teachings, like almost I see it as almost they didn't have nowhere else to go. Like look at look at some of the bros from where I'm from. Like it's almost like that way chose them. Like they didn't even get a chance to choose another way.
Right.
Like that way chose them, and I think about it today, and I just feel, like it's as if um it's like I had to recreate this relationship with God, with the Creator. And in the middle of all that, like those are the places that I find myself at ceremony. Find myself, around that drum. And it just becomes like this totally different lifestyle than who I used to be. So, do we have any comments, Mr. Whiteman? Viha-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pivot one. Yes, we have Uncle Dave Levi.
Oh, hey.
He said Uncle Bo and nephew Lil Buns
Yeah.
live from 1950.
Yeah.
And then Dave said he put a quote said our culture is stronger than any drink or drug.
Definitely.
Don C.
Don C. That's right.
Stacy Star. Good morning.
Good morning, Stacy.
I think that's it.
Is that it?
Yeah. Everybody's still waking up.
Yep.
Yep.
Still rolling around.
Still rolling and still farting and scratching. But yeah. So what was your highlight of the weekend?
Mine?
Yeah.
Well, I did get to dance Sunday afternoon. I got to open up with Jesse at the drum Friday evening. So, I mean, it just felt good being back out there, Took a little time off, took a little time away.
It's all right.
And got some food, got some kidney on the steak,
Wow.
funnel cake.
How was it cooked? Was it smoked?
I don't know.
You don't know?
It wasn't smoked though.
Was it cooked on a grill though?
Yeah, it was. It was
Nothing
good
beats
though.
that. Yeah, nothing beats that.
I enjoyed it. It's been a long time since I even ate kidney. I was like, because every time you think about it, you're like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want it fried.
it's not prepared right, or
Yeah.
it's not that good. So it was really good. I don't know. It was just good. especially seeing all the people.
Yeah.
That's a big part of it.
Community. Yeah.
And, everyone just kind of enjoying themselves.
Yeah, it was cool.
Seeing
I had a great time.
seeing how that works. That you can actually, when you notice it, when you see it, how that medicine works in that arena, it's a good feeling. So that's my highlight of the weekend.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. I had so many great things happen. Got to dance with both my kids. Johnny and Penelope. That was really big. Then my granddaughter got to dress out and go in for Suda's special.
I know. I miss
That was cool. And sometimes you forget that that's what it's about.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you forget. That's what it's about. So it was a great weekend. I got to see Nova. She won't let me hold her. Not if her mom's around.
Oh yeah.
She won't let me hold her. Like, she'll dig her face into her mom. But I mean, it was great seeing them together. Got to hug and just love on my granddaughter. And Johnny and Penelope were there, so I mean, couldn't have gotten any better for me. And then I was laughing because my daughter Penelope, she had her braids, and that's how my dad used to wear his hair. Whenever I was a little kid, from my earliest memories, my dad would always have on these braids, and they were fake braids. You put them in your hair, and it just has like a piece of leather or something wrapped, so you can't tell, but it has fake hair at the bottom. He'd be all buzzed up with them fake braids on and some kind of hat. But whenever I was sitting there looking at my daughter Penelope, she looked exactly like my dad. It was cool, just wanted to go there and bust her one time.
Dang.
Look like my damn dad.
Yeah, this guy.
Nah, it was great,
Buh.
man. It was great. I had
Buh.
a good time.
Yeah.
It's just it's a rewarding feeling.
Ain't it different?
It totally different.
OIN.
Always.
When you're in the circle and you're not in the back.
Yeah, lurking in the shadows.
Oh
Man, that was me for so long. So many for years. It got to the point where I hated going because I knew something was gonna happen. Somebody's gonna be looking at me sideways. So my excuse for years was I'm gonna take my kids.
I remember, man, all them kids, man, being little bitty.
Yeah.
You had a crew with you.
Yeah, everywhere I went. 27 kids.
And counting.
Yeah. But yeah, do we have any more comments? Well, that's how you say white man, ain't it?
No, it's different.
Oh, what is it?
It's just white.
Yeah. Oh, not white spider.
Not white spider. Not milkweed.
Yeah, milk of magnesia.
Farrah, Charlie.
Good morning, Fair.
Good morning. Brother Drew.
Good morning, Baloo.
Drew.
Is it White Bear? Is it?
Yeah, Whoopie Knuckle.
Whoopie Knuckle.
White Bear.
And Dave said some kidney on your stick. God.
Yeah.
Old ways are hard to break.
One habit at a time.
Mm. Lacey. Yeah. David Deere, Stongo.
Stongo David. Yeah, who was it? You telling me? You seen David at the
club? Where?
No, that wasn't you. That was Carmelo.
Oh.
Telling me that he seen somebody running. He said whoever it was ran right by him because he was walking the Buffalo Run.
Oh.
He said, He got left behind. Thought he said David.
Might have been.
So yeah, but yeah, you know the rest of the tour, Tatum, Desiree, Resi Desi,
The-
did Theta come? Or is she gonna meet him over there?
I think she's meeting him over there.
And Carmelo went?
Yeah.
Carmelo, yeah, Darian,
Ron,
Ron, Shayna,
Shay.
they all went over there to 23rd and MacArthur, over there to Second Chance. What is it called?
Second Chance
Yeah, Second Chance, the store.
It's on 23rd and
MacArthur. It's behind. Oh, wait, never mind. I'm asking Domingo.
what? I've been there.
Yeah, I forgot. You're completely. This is the circle, Mingo, and you're right
Oh my
here.
gosh. It's like sumo wrestling.
Yeah, you're just. There's the circle, and Mingo, you're just right here.
Mm.
You know. But would you like to tell us a little bit about your trip?
Oh yeah.
Oh, which one? The
Yeah, remember
of
you
them?
almost got kept by.
Oh yeah, they searched me. Yeah.
Yeah.
They took my whole bag apart. And they said, "Habla español?" I said no, and they looked at me like,
Your name's Domingo. Yeah.
"But it's white man." They say.
Yeah. My name's Domingo
What
Viejo.
is it?
Yeah,
How many rounds did y'all go on that sweat?
I think 6.
Damn.
Yeah, it was hot.
Is it hot?
It was hot. Like the last 2 rounds, I barely made it. My hands were starting to shake.
God
Like they're getting numb. Yeah.
What'd you do with your hands?
I don't know.
Going like that.
I was doing. I don't know. I caught myself standing up. I was like, "What's?" We could stand up in there.
Really? It was that big?
Yeah, it was big.
Did they use
you
lava
stood up?
rocks?
Yeah, they're
Damn.
big rocks.
I saw you stood up. What'd you do? Was you standing up?
Yeah.
going like
And
that?
they let it.
Uh,
They poured honey on us, and
What?
Spirit fingers.
Yeah, they
What?
had-
They poured honey on you?
yeah, they had sage and like their plants too that we could use. It's pretty key.
That's cool.
Then after that, we got to go to the cenote, to the fresh water. Like right after this, like crawl out, and then you jump right. They give you fruit, fresh fruit.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's cool.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate nerd.
and we didn't get to come out. They made us stay in there.
Started bringing more rocks.
Yeah,
They use lava rocks.
yeah, the same rocks. They're bigger.
Same kind of rocks.
Yeah.
So how big was the pit? Big old pit.
Oh, it was probably about the same size.
Oh yeah, everything was about the same.
Yeah.
Was it on sand or?
Oh, it was on like clay, concrete rocks.
Well, that's cool.
That is cool.
Yeah. It was,
You know what kind of trees that they use to make the lodge?
oh, it was all what do you call that? Clay or
Oh, it was
all
like-
concrete, like a kiva kind of.
Oh yeah, like a pueblo or
Yeah.
something. Huh?
wow.
Wow.
Hey, there ain't no,
I know there ain't
no, way
Ain't
coming
no-
through at all.
no cheating on that one. That's cool.
That is cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and they had their like their 4 directions. They had the seashell to blow their horn. It was
Oh
pretty-
really?
Yeah, all 4 directions.
Wow. That's pretty neat.
And they made us take our shoes off. We had to walk on the rocks, like.
When
Yeah.
it was hot.
No, like the other, like you know how we walk around in the grass with no shoes on, but they had like rocks because there's hardly any grass out there. And he said you have to leave them off because you got to be connected to Mother Earth.
yeah, it's a real thing,
Yeah,
man.
Yeah.
but it was hurting at
Grounding.
first. Yeah,
That's cool.
So can you run sweats like that now?
yeah, I'll run it now.
Got that way now or what?
Mhm.
Can
I
you get
tra-
Mayan
I
names?
traded with one of the Mayans down there. I gave him my Eagles, and he gave me his Pueblo, his Mayan shirt.
Gave you a shirt?
Yeah,
That's a.
For feathers.
I know.
yeah.
Got you. Yeah. Got you.
Feathers. Yeah, I got some refresh shirts.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool, man. I'm glad you got to go and experience that.
Yeah, that is cool. I'd
was
like to
cool.
do that.
And
Hell
it-
yeah.
yeah, the cenote was really cool.
Yeah. Whenever you mentioned it, I started looking into it. Checking
Yeah.
it out on TikTok or whatnot.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah, that's like a whole thing down there.
What is it?
Cenote,
Cenote.
like where the what was it, the Big Bang
When the Big Bang
hit,
happened,
and then
Uh-huh.
brought all the holes into the
like
earth.
they think it was part of the asteroid
Yeah,
Really?
that went in and like created these caves,
yeah.
and fresh water comes out of
You
them.
can swim down in there. Yeah, it's dark down there. Yeah,
I seen y'all snorkeling,
snorkeling.
wasn't y'all? I mean, I seen y'all had that.
Oh no, that wasn't.
Wow, maybe someone.
Hessa.
That was was that Kyle? Or... No.
Well, do we have any more comments?
yeah. Woody Blaine, OCO.
Woody Blaine,
Shout
thank you
out
for tuning in,
to all
Uncle.
my relatives.
All
Phyllis,
right.
Phyllis the realist, Nyakit
Phyllis.
gentleman.
Nyakit Phyllis.
Natalie Harjo, the Mayans gave him that way. Courtney Whiteman, there was no hunkus. There's no hunkus. No, what do they call it? Chupacabras?
Oh,
Chupacabras.
I didn't see any.
Yeah, I didn't see any.
shit. That's crazy. I forgot all about Chupacabra.
yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Well, should we go ahead and jump off into this reading?
Written.
Yeah, whenever.
And you can go first. I'll let you go first.
Okay.
Unless you want me to go first.
It really doesn't
And then
matter.
yeah.
But today's August 5th, so it is a paradox in the contemporary world that in our desire for peace, we must willingly give ourselves to struggle. Linda Hogan, Chickasaw. Then it says here, the grandfathers have taught us about sacrifice. We have been taught to pray for the people in a pitiful way. Struggle and conflict is neither good nor bad, it just is. Everything that grows experiences conflict. When a deer is born, it is through conflict. When the seed first grows, it is through conflict. Conflict precedes clarity.
Yes.
Everything has the seasons of growth. Recognize, acknowledge, forgive, and change. All of these things are done through conflict. And it says, Great Spirit, give me the courage today to see that struggle and conflict are here to teach me lessons that are a gift from you.
Mm.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. You want to go first? You want me to go first?
Yeah, I'll say a little bit. Through our addictions and with step work and everything, through recovery, you have to go through addiction, You have to go through that lifestyle in order to help somebody. You have to, in order to give it away, you have to go through the struggles and the things that make it hard on people, and to me that's very true. There are things that we go through, even how I look at it is like even through ceremonies, in order to help somebody through these ceremonies, you have to go through those ceremonies.
Mm-hmm.
And our way of life, we chose, it's a hard way of life, that we live, because you have to put your people first through, everything. And you have to live a humble life, and that's very hard. It means, when we pray, when we're going through sweats and things, you're very uncomfortable.
Very.
Very uncomfortable, and so you have to go through that, to receive these blessings, and when everything's, at first you're struggling to get these things done, I mean, your whole family, is behind you, or whoever your support system is, they're behind you. So, everyone has to play their part, and it's hard. It's not easy to, get the task done. And some people have to go without, you know. Something's always overlooked, you know, you don't always,
Yeah.
but when it's done, you see, you know, the beauty of it. You get to see the blessings, and when you see it through, you know, in a good way, you know, that's what I believe. You get to see, you receive the blessings, you know.
Definitely.
And so to me, the struggle is worth it, you know. Where I was at in Catalyst, um, there was like we this lady, she would come in and get the group up, and she would always, we would have this saying, you know, a saying, you know, today's the day, you know, and just basically talking to yourself, motivating yourself, you know. And one of the parts would be, you know, our consequences are not stumbling blocks, they're stepping stones. And I kind of hang on to that, you know. And
That's a good one.
yeah, I learned a lot of good things from that place, you know, and about myself too. And
For sure.
um, but that's all I got right now.
That's good. That's good, brother.
Yeah.
You know, that part where, you know, it says conflict precedes clarity. Man, I spent most of my life in conflict. You know, I spent most of my time very conflicted about uh doing the right thing. You know, and I always knew what doing the right thing was, but it didn't line up with the life that I was living. You know, when I was, you know, in my addiction, you know, it became like a running joke, like don't give me the opportunity, because you know what's gonna happen. You know, I'm gonna get over. I'm gonna, you know, like either way, I'm gonna come out high or drunk. You know, like that was the, you know, like, and it becomes like a running joke. You know, because it's like, how can a person really live that way? You know, and laugh about it. You know, but I kept wondering why I always ended up in the same place. You know, I always ended up on someone's couch. I always ended up, you know, living out of a bag. I always ended up in jail, you know, and maybe after about the 20th time or something, you know, it's like, maybe I should think about,
That's what you do in there, you think.
yeah,
Damn.
maybe I should try something different, you know, and then, you know, then comes all the different other things, you know, because you're trying to find a way to live your life where you can do good, but you still want to drink and smoke.
Right.
You know, you still, you like, you're trying to find a way, and that's, you know, in the big book of, you know, AA, they call that whiskey and milk. You know, because you're trying to, you know, it's good for you, but you can't seem to find a way to put these other things down.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, that's where that saying comes from, whiskey and milk.
Okay.
You know, because you're trying to find a way to be good to yourself, but you can't, you know, put the jug down.
Right.
So it's like I tried every combination, you know, every combination that you could think of, every drink that you could think of, every drug that you can think of. Like, I'm trying every single combination. You know what I mean? like there's got to be a way around, you know, ending up in trouble all the time, ending up homeless, you know, ending up where everybody just can't stand the sight of me. You know, like there's got to be a better way, and believe me, you know, I tried every way that, you know, that a man could try around here. You know, everything that was available, you know, like I tried it, and I always ended up in the same place. You know, and I didn't get sober till I was 41. You know, that I'm talking 41 years of running amok, just, man, just trying to make it through the day, you know, in survivor mode.
Yeah.
You know, when you're in survivor mode, you really, it's really hard to learn your lesson because you're just trying to figure out how to get to tomorrow. You know, and you know where it says conflict precedes clarity. You know, after finally committing to going to detox, you know, after finally committing to like like from my understanding, like I tried this my way. You know, I tried it my way. You know, my best thinking, Barry's best thinking. I ended up homeless, strung out, drunk. You know, like all these different things. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and it wasn't that I didn't not have a place to go, but I respected my family so much that I didn't want to be around them whenever I'm doing these things.
Same.
You know, so I would go somewhere else. Sometimes I wouldn't have nowhere to go, and I would just go hang out under this bridge, you know, and like try to sleep it off or whatever, you know, until I couldn't take it anymore, and then I'd go home, you know. But it's like it's like I finally started noticing like my pattern.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I get into a pattern. You know, like I want the best. I'm ready when I get out of jail. Yeah, I'm ready to enroll into a university. You know, I'm going for my doctorate. You know, I'm ready to write books.
You set the bar too high.
A scholar. Yeah.
Almost
You know,
rock star scholars.
and the thing that I couldn't figure out how to do was how to put one foot in front of the other. That's where I struggled.
Attainable goals.
I had all these ambitions, right? I could go get a good job. I could move to the other side of town. I could get me a new girlfriend. Yeah. I could do all these things, change everything. But I always ended up in the same place. You know, and you know, luckily, you know, I wouldn't call it luck. You know, I got blessed. You know, I got blessed beyond measure. And the creator allowed me a path where I could help other people stay on this red road, and where I could actually give back. Because if I know anything in my life, it's about drugs and alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like yeah, there ain't no degree for that, but yeah, I'm pretty sure I'd be up there. Yeah.
Doctor.
Yeah. Master.
Yeah.
Master dope man.
Master.
But you know, it's like, you know, like and I dreamt about this. You know, it's like I would daydream about where I am today. You know, I could only just imagine. I'd go on, you know, a good bender, and I'd wake up and I would just think, like, man, like I won't even know what I did. You know, like you wake up with this guilty feeling, like, did I say something to the wrong person? Did I do something to the wrong person? Have no idea what happened.
What did I do last
Yeah,
night?
what did I do? Just sitting there, just, I mean,
Where's my money?
yeah, just the dumbest, you know, trying to
Who's
go
this?
through, like, trying to figure things out.
How
But-
come my hands are sore?
Yeah.
Hey, where's my shirt?
Yeah.
Where's my hands?
Where's my other shoe? Yeah. You know, just so many different, you know, scenarios. And it's kind of like I would dream, and I would, you know, I would sit there and just think, like, man, I wonder what it feels like to be sober. You know, like how are these people happy? You know, like how are they doing the right thing? Like I was really struggling there. And you know, it wasn't until I realized, you know, I got to go, you know, my brother let me stay with them. And I got to see him with his kids, you know, and his wife, his family, his stepkids. You know, and it was just like it, you know, made me miss my family something horrible. So, you know, I knew that the only way out was me going to rehab. You know, because my brother and his wife, they were behind me one time, and I heard them talking, and I'm acting like I can't hear them because there's music playing. We're sipping, and I hear her say they're talking about my brother Randy Noli. Um, why don't you talk to your brother about because Randy's doing good. Like Randy, like like he gets to go to California. Man, he really straightened up his life. Like maybe you should talk to your brother about him going. And that like planted the seed. Like that planted the seed, and then it just kind of like, well, damn, they're not telling me to my face, like they don't. Like here I am, a grown ass man.
I said I'm blind, not deaf. Yeah, no, just kidding. I'm just joking.
JK.
But it's kind of like I needed that conflict.
No, yeah. I mean,
I needed that conflict. To help me like understand, like like why am I a grown ass man and I'm letting I'm being a burden. And here they are, they got kids and I'm being a burden. Like it wasn't a good feeling, and I knew that I had to do something. And luckily, man, I what I figured out is that I tried it my way. I tried it my way. Why don't I try it? Why don't I try all these suggestions that they keep giving me? Why don't I go to a meeting? Why don't I, when I get there, why don't I actually listen? Like I had the willingness. And to me, willing isn't just, oh, I'm willing to show up. Willing means I'm willing to open my mouth. I'm willing to advocate for myself and how I truly feel.
yeah, and being willing to be vulnerable.
Willing to be vulnerable. I'm willing to I had to question my beliefs. I had to question my thoughts. I had to question like all these different things that kept putting me back in this dark place. Like I had to question all these things. I had to keep understanding like the difference between, okay, what does Barry the Fiend think about this, and what does a normal, if you want, whatever normal is,
Right.
like what, or a happy person, how would they think about it? Like somebody that's living on the red road. So I quit calling people. I quit talking to people. Not that I quit talking to them, but I quit calling people for advice who doesn't practice these principles.
Okay.
Like I'm not gonna go and ask Ivana how to help me work out something because she doesn't practice these principles.
Hey.
I'm gonna go find somebody who believes, got a little bit of time under their belt.
Yeah. No, true,
Hey.
true.
I'm gonna go find somebody, who practice these principles. I'm gonna call my sponsor Shane.
Shane.
Like that's the guy right there,
Shane is
bro.
the guy, man. He's into the literature.
Yeah,
Studies it.
yeah,
He's not only in the big book, he's into the history.
yeah,
Like, I love it, man. I love Shane, man. I miss Shane
yeah, for sure.
and Jeannie.
So it's like I'm not going to and if anything, I'm never going to put my recovery in somebody else's hands. Like I'm not going to show up to these group of friends, because I got cousins, like these are my best friends. They're my cousins, but like I can't imagine my life without them. But I know if I go around them, I know what's going to happen.
Right.
I know exactly what's going to happen.
I mean,
I'm just going to get caught up because I've never been able to tell them no. Never been able to tell them no. So it's like I had to learn these lessons. Like
You had to
I,
set a boundary.
I had to. Well, like it says, conflict precedes clarity.
Right.
Whenever I was able to get away from them and look back, because hindsight's always 2020. Like I had to see like where I kept slipping up. Because obviously, like they're in their own BS. They got their own BS going. And then here I show up and it's like I'm gonna co-sign. I'm gonna co-sign on their BS. And that's all it takes. That's all it takes is one person to co-sign on your BS. You're gonna say, you know. So it's like I had to understand like all these things that kept drawing me back to the person that I used to be. So today it's like I had to create. It didn't just happen. I had to create. I had to create my own safe space. I had to create my own, my own healthy forest. I had to create, who the group of friends that I turn to when I'm having conflict in my life. I had to create these boundaries. I had to create like all these different positive, healthy habits. I had to create them. It just didn't just. I woke up one day and I don't smell nobody smoking crack in the front room.
Man,
You know what I'm saying?
I hate that.
Like yeah, I loved it. Yeah.
I used to hang around with y'all. I'm like, oh my god, hey, man.
We liked a little bit of weed with our crack.
Yeah.
But it's just you had to create those. You have to create those things. You can't expect anybody else because if you're not in recovery, bro, they don't care. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Nobody cares if you're in recovery. Like that's one thing that I found out. I've been to a bar. But it was for my friend's 50th birthday party. We were all, like she really wanted me there. One of my sisters. So I showed up, and when I walk in, the bartender comes around and brings me a Coke and sets it in front of me. And she was like the only one that understood. I had to, and not that I sat there and drank it. I had to keep it there because people are walking up. Hey, where you been, man? You want a beer? Like, nah, bro. Like, I got a drink. Oh, okay. Like nobody there cared. You know what I mean? And you just see that more and more. Like you just notice if a person's not in recovery. And I was good. I wasn't ever tempted. I wasn't ever, like because everybody that was I sat with at that table, they were getting mad at everybody that was coming up to me. Like, hey man, he don't drink. Like he's just here to have a good time.
I think I came up on you that one time too.
Yeah. Oh, blank. Like, what was your shirt?
Yeah, man.
But-
I was glad when you went out there, man. Came back and I forgot you were gone. I was so caught up in my own BS, and you came back and started inspiring me to a little, that little spark, like you said, man. I seen you. I was like, damn, I was always contemplating getting sober, and last year I finally dove into it. Didn't work out so well, but it did work, for a little while. So you and my Uncle David, kind of inspired me, and then of course the game or the shame and the guilt of slipping up is what drug me further into
Yeah.
addiction. So I'm glad, I got into a little bit of trouble. That was my conflict, and I went to a good place to start some recovery, and shoot, it's all good right now, you know.
Right now.
Yeah, for now. I'm just trying to take it day by day.
Yeah,
know?
yeah, for
I don't want
sure.
to get too far ahead of myself.
Yeah.
You know, because I think that's what I did last time. I was like
Future tripping.
future tripping, man. Why don't I get this? Why isn't, you know, things coming to me that I've been, but you know, it happens. I was in my own.
Yeah, of course it happens.
So
You know, like I tried for years to get sober, but I also didn't like. It was just, you know, like because I got sober before, but I didn't practice any, you know, like I didn't work a program. I didn't go to no rehab. Like I just white knuckled it
uh-huh.
because, you know, of my companion at the time and her situation with her kids. You know, like she didn't have no choice but to do, you know, to do the right thing. And I felt like that was what I needed, you know, like finally somebody in my life that wants the same thing as I do. Neither one of us was going, and you know, we weren't doing any of the stuff that, you know, that helps. You know, because as soon as we split up, we probably met up at the dope man's house.
Damn, that's crazy.
I'm pretty sure she had relapsed already before,
Uh-huh.
you know, but yeah, I go from our apartment straight to the dope man's house to to get her back. Yeah, to show her. You know what I mean? And then ended up within, you know, I had a job and everything. Within 2 months, I'm back homeless, strung out, you know, doing everything that I promised myself I would never ever do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I see where I let, you know, like I steered clear of the conflict until me and her had conflict. And we didn't have no way, you know, like I said, there was no, you know, like I never worked a step a day in my life. So the person that I was whenever I first got sober without working any steps until like almost 3 years later, I was that same person.
Mm-hmm.
That same person because I never worked a step. You know, like I never.
Did you ever introduce them? Did you know about
No, I because we did go to AA one time, and I was so embarrassed to be in there. I didn't want to talk to nobody. I didn't want to see anybody.
I remember those first.
You know, like it was very, very uncomfortable.
You're like, damn, alcoholic. I ain't no alcoholic.
Yeah, I ain't that bad. Like I watch my uncles all drink themselves to death. Like I know how bad it can get.
Yeah, my uncles were like that on my dad's side.
So it was like, you know, like I kept telling myself, I'm not that bad.
I used to think that, and I would leave a meeting and go to the bar. Yeah.
Yeah, I done that before too. But I had to go get a paper signed.
Yeah, that's what.
So, you know, I'd see the people that signed my paper at the bar.
Damn.
We'd all just laugh about it.
Oh my goodness.
And I remember pulling out my paper. Will you sign it?
Oh
Like that's how big of a joke it was to us. You know, so to, you know, like I needed that conflict to happen. I needed to make those mistakes so I can get it right today. You know, like I think about my life, and you know, like I just didn't, you know, like you were saying, if you don't know you, then you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so to be able to have the opportunity today, like the creator never once left me.
Right.
You know, I always left the creator. And for him to give me another opportunity, it just blows my mind. You know, it blows my mind. Like, why do I deserve that? You know, like how, you know, like maybe it's survivor's guilt. I don't know. Because I've lost so many friends to addiction. You know, like, and how come I get it right? You know, I don't have this thing figured out at all. You know, I don't want to portray that, you know, I have the answers, but I know what works for me.
Right.
you know, and it's that connection with the creator, you know. So I can't take any credit for anything good that's happened in my life. It's all the creator.
Dave's goofy.
Let me, what did Dave say?
He said, "Little Bun's looking real guilty right now." No, but how I always think, man, like I was talking to my PO the other day, and I'm like, man, who would I be today if I never even went through drug court? You know, if I just took my time, who would I be today? I would have probably never even known anything about sobriety.
Mm-mm.
I would have never even known anything about living an actual, you know, a happy. I'm happy today with who I am. You know, all the things that I've went through for these past few years. You know, it's opened my eyes a lot on how life should be. You know, how
Yeah.
I should be living. You know, and even though I've stumbled multiple times through the process,
That's all right.
it just keeps getting better and better every time. And I've been through conflict, you know, these past few years a lot, you know, a lot of things,
Yeah.
you know. Trying to do it my way though is why.
Self-imposed, yeah.
And
That's what gets people a lot.
so, I mean, now I'm finally just pulling back off the reins, you know, and letting somebody else.
Yeah. You know, that's what's crazy to me is that in these books, you know, Narcotics Anonymous, Alcoholics Anonymous, you know, Wellbriety, like it's a blueprint. It's a blueprint.
Yeah.
But people want to fix it to fit their life. You know, like and I like the way, you know, my sponsor would always put it. You know, like AA, where can I fit AA into my life? You know, you're looking at it completely wrong.
Right.
How can I fit my life around AA?
Yeah.
You know, like that's the mentality that you need because your addiction is sitting there waiting on you to make a wrong mistake.
Right, definitely.
It's waiting, you know, like it's over there doing the workout that you try to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember one time, and it was the start. To me, that was where the start was. I was supposed to have gone to Shane's house to go do step work. I set a date and time, but I wanted my mom and everybody came together and we wanted to go eat out. And I was like, I told Shane, I was like, I'm gonna go eat real quick and I'll come back, or I'll meet up. And then that time he was like, "Where you at?" And I was still eating. I was like, "We didn't even order food." I'm like, "Man, I'll be there." He's like, "Man, this is how it starts, man." He's like,
Yeah.
He's like, he was saying something like, "I'm not mad at you" or anything like that, but he was just like,
He knows. He knows.
He's like, "Don't lie." He's like, "Don't cheat yourself. Don't lie to yourself." He's like, He's like, "I'm not trying to get onto you or anything." He's like, "But that's what you're doing right now." He's like, "And this is where it starts."
Yeah.
And I didn't want to hear that at the time, so you know, I was kind of like, okay. But I mean, he did let me come over, you know, later on, and we worked the steps, you know. But still, I mean, that's where it started. To me, that's
Yeah.
where it started.
Yeah.
And then just little by
You
little.
made a commitment and you didn't stick to it.
Yeah, yeah. And so, you know, commitment is a big thing for me.
Huge.
Like, it's hard for me to commit. It's hard for me to fully step into something. You know, I always got to be like, dip my toes and see what it's about, you know.
You hear that?
So, you know, to help me with that stuff, I'm doing like finally setting like daily goals, you know, like just little things.
Yeah, little things.
Little
And you
things.
keep it realistic.
Yeah, attainable goals, just kind of just to help me. And then, of course, I got bigger goals, you know, for the future.
Of course.
So, yeah, I'm just trying to take it step by step, you know.
I think you know, and this is I'm not just saying this to like gas you up or I'm not doing it for anything, but man, I see, not that we're living up to anybody's standards, but like I feel like your support system is intact. Like people really believe in you. But like at the same time, like you were saying, like I can see positive changes in you every time. I'm not saying that we always need something bad to happen to see the good side of,
Right. Definitely.
but it's like like I remember just being in ceremony, and like your mom, me and her had a good talk. And it was like, like when a mother asks you, like to pray for their child, like you take those things to heart, like
Definitely.
so like I'll always, like I always pray like that for you.
Mm-hmm.
And it just, I don't know, I've seen a lot of great things come from prayers being said in our ceremonies. A lot of great things. So
Yeah, same from here, man. Like I remember whenever y'all were down and out, man. My brother, you, my uncle Dave, and I did the same thing. I remember in the sweat, man, saying these prayers for you all, and
yeah.
times passed, and y'all's where y'all
Yeah,
are
look at it
and
today.
it's a good feeling, man. It
Do we have
really-
any
really good
comments?
Yeah.
Start from the
We started from the bottom. Now we're here.
feeling.
Javier is it?
Javier Bashkahai,
Hi. He said,
my
Unc
nephew. All right, Javi.
Barry. Brother Rossi.
Oh,
my brother.
Nyakir. Nyakir, brother.
Rossi, what's up?
Charlene McAdee. Said it's the rugged honesty of y'all lovely people that make a person feel like staying sober is kind of cool.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I hope.
And then Melly Mel,
Yeah.
I understand. I feel the same way. Watching from New Pathways, Melly Mel.
New
Oh,
pathway.
New Pathway.
That's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah.
Lot. And then is it Betty G Blackwolf?
Yeah.
Betty J Blackwolf. Good morning, fellas.
Morning.
Betty Joe.
Uncle David Levi said drug court was one of the greatest times of my life. It gave me a taste of what sobriety can offer. Recovery is entirely different level of blessings and opportunities to be a better person.
Definitely.
Isaac Rhodes, so everyone has a story to tell. I love the honesty. Not everyone learns the same way. That's why I tell people to listen to these stories here. They are spoken with real words and in a way books cannot even reach.
Oh.
Thank you for your words, and story humor is a great tool, but sometimes very. That guy from the Navajo guy. Nah.
Thank you, brother Isaac. Appreciate you.
Yep.
Is it April Severs?
Severs.
Good morning from McLeod,
Hey, thank you for tuning in.
and grateful for 13 years this past July. And yep,
Wow.
our addiction waits during push-ups.
Yep.
Oh yes, definitely. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate that.
That's it.
Well, is there anybody that you want to shout out?
Yeah.
It's your opportunity.
I like to shout out everybody who's in recovery, man, and the people before, who laid out the foundations, where would we be today without, these books? And I didn't know anything about intergenerational trauma or anything like that. So the people who are into these literatures, man, I hope y'all keep going. Shout out to my family, my loved ones.
And
That's it's a lot of my support system is family, and
you have a good family, man.
yeah, I wouldn't be who I am today without my mother most of all.
Yes.
you know, my family, my aunties, man,
Mhm.
my brothers and sisters,
Yeah.
you know, and my nephews and nieces, man. Uh, Shoot, they keep me grounded. You know, I want to see them grow up, man. So,
And you're not even gonna shout her out, or you ain't even gonna mention her?
I don't want to run off all her,
Yeah.
her potentials.
Yeah.
She's gonna hate me for that. Oh my god!
I can already hear.
I know. I know.
Well, we appreciate you coming on, brother. You know, I really do appreciate it.
Yeah, I wanted to help you out, bro.
You know, you're always welcome. You know, don't ever be a stranger. You know, I know I give you hell, but you know, if I didn't, you know, then there's something to worry about.
No, I always believe that too, man. That's what my coach used to tell me. He's like,
Yeah.
he's like, I'm only telling you because I want you to learn. I want you to know.
Yeah.
He's like, when I'm not yelling at you or telling you, he's like, then I don't.
Hell with you.
Yeah, I don't care. He's like, I don't care what you're doing. So,
Well, we appreciate all the comments. You know, like, share, follow. My boy Isaias just walked in. So yeah, you know, them guys are sweating it out. Oh, and we did, you know, September 20th. September 20th is in Oklahoma City is Native American Recovery Day.
oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
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 Oh, that's
September 20th in
Mm.
Oklahoma City is Native American Recovery Day. So they're going to pick up the proclamation today.
awesome, man.
So, you know, man, the tour is just,
Mm.
Toward
you
it.
know, and too bad we can't make that a state holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was still, yeah.
But
Yeah.
Not yet. But, you know, but yeah, September 20th, mark it on your calendar. I don't know what's going to happen that day, but I just know it's Native American Recovery Day in Oklahoma City.
Mm.
So that's huge. You know, that's
It is,
huge.
man.
You know, and but yeah, so like, share, follow, tell your mammy about us, and we will see you. Well, the ladies will be on tomorrow, Women's Wednesday, but
I want to apologize to the lady I hit in the face with that T-shirt.
yeah.
That's what I need to do. Oh man, that was
Send her a laser.
Ooh, it was a shovel pass.
Yeah, it was a shovel pass.
Damn, that was
Running the option.
Yeah,
Wishbone.
I was letting her know. I was like, "Here it is," and she just went. Oh, damn. Everybody's like, "Oh!" I was like, "Oh my god, y'all are watching that, man!" Oh my goodness.
Hey, it was sent with love.
It was. She was happy. She was all smiling after that.
Yeah, cussing you out.
Yeah, she's like, "Damn you." Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'll be back Thursday. The ladies will be on tomorrow, and yeah, I believe that's it. So I hope.